George Bennett. I ride for Cannondale Pro Cycling.
So how did it go for you today, George?
Really bad. I had a team around me, supporting me. They worked their asses off for me and put me in a good position for the climb, because last year I was good on the climb, and I was hoping to do the same today, but just didn't have it. Which I guess I can almost be expected. I've set my goals a bit later in the year than I had this year, but I still thought I'd be better than I was. And I'm really disappointed. The guys don't seem too bad about it. They're trying to cheer me up, but it's always a lot worse when you let other people down. But the team's good. They didn't put any pressure on me, but it's got a lot of pressure on yourself, I guess.
Yeah. So the guys are trying to cheer you up and put pressure on yourself. How do you get yourself out of that pressure? Like, how do you start tomorrow fresh mentally?
You just gotta. You get down about it for a bit, and then you just gotta move on, because you can't dwell on it, I guess. If you keep your head in today and you're trying to race tomorrow, you're not gonna achieve anything. You just gotta look at the job at hand. And tomorrow we're gonna work hard for Alea for the sprint. The day after I'm gonna try to get some redemption on Willunga, but I know the form's just not there, and it's a bit late to try to get some form before Saturday.
You mentioned you confirmed your plans a little bit late as well. What are they? Can you share those with us? For the year ahead?
Oh, right, yeah. So, no, not that I confirmed my plans late. I just have a different schedule, I guess. Last year I came here just bombing, and it was good in the race, and some good stages, but by the time the Giro came around, I was on my knees already, and I struggled before the Giro. I struggled through the Giro. And this year I'll be doing a similar program, head over to Europe in March, but I want to start here pretty easy. I haven't done more than 20 hours a week on the bike yet, and then really ramp into it after this, and so I can arrive in that March-April period and have a lot to gain.
Will you be ramping it up in Australia, or will you be heading over to New Zealand for that stage?
No, I'm going to go to Canberra and hang out with Nathan Haas, and some of the boys here, Joe Lewis, an old teammate of mine. So hopefully they're all over there, do a bit of training, do Sun Tour. Then I'm going to go home, do 3 weeks in New Zealand. Bit of that's going to be feed up, see the family. Just got a new nephew arrived yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Do all that stuff, and a couple of weeks, big step into some really hard training, big miles, and then hit Parry Nice hard. Get some race form out of that, and then move on, building all the way to the Giro.
So what's success looking like for you in 2014?
Success, being a good teammate is huge, for Ivan and the mountains, and then just taking the chances when they're ready. Today I had a chance and I didn't take it, and it hurts a bit. They don't come along very often where you get a team lining out for you. So next time a chance comes along, the next race, I want to be ready to take it, and when I've got to work with someone, I want to be able to just rip it, so there's not many people left by the time I swing off.
So jumping over into a more positive territory, what's been the highlight of your career so far?
A pretty general highlight, I guess, is the places I've gone, the people I've met, the things that I do that you don't get to do if you're not a pro cyclist. I've been everywhere, 30 different countries, which is pretty cool, for a young guy, and I've met so many different people. I've learned I learned some French. I can speak French. Picking up Italian pretty quickly, and I guess it's a lot to take in, but it's just an awesome roller coaster, up and down, and you learn a lot of lessons pretty quickly.
And as far as those lessons go, what do you think has been the biggest one that stand out?
Just things can change pretty quick. You just got to keep your head down and work hard, and if you do that, I've never been in New Zealand. I was never the most talented guy or anything like that, but just put your head down, work, and eventually, if you keep on the straight and narrow, you'll come up on top.
That's great, George. Thanks for your time.
No worries.